Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at a video here with Marshtomp as well as Swampert in one team. This is kind of going to be interesting here, having the Marshtomp as a bait, so you get out the Pokemon that the Swampert cannot deal with, and also running Sludge, which is something that I don't really agree with. But hey, maybe it's still kind of fine. The other alternative move would have been Mudbomb, which is a stab move, which is definitely a better move in my opinion. Of course, you are running Sludge mainly for potential answers for Swampert theoretically, but Sludge is just such a bad move that I feel like Mudbomb would have been a little bit better here. But anyway, we're going to see here a team with two Mudbois and a Flyer in the lead, kind of similar to what I showcased earlier today. But this time around, we're going to have a few different Pokemon other than the Shadow Swampert, which is going to be interesting to take a look at. Skarmory itself is such an interesting Pokemon actually right now, because I feel like it has a lot of potential. It just needs like the small boost. I wish that they maybe buff the Air Slash a little bit. That would also buff something like Tropius. I guess it would be an interesting way to buff some stuff. Actually, Air Slash buff, I don't think it's going to be too crazy, but yeah. Here we're going to see a very nice, like what's called Earthquake there against the Galarian Stunfisk, knocking them straight out of here, and the Charizard also can say goodbye. Horrific lead and still came back, very nice for you. That's a kind of awkward one. You cannot want to try maybe to catch a move which didn't work out, but at least you're going to get out the Bomber Snow, where Sludge, I guess, is a decent play to have. I think that's going to two-shot them, exactly. So maybe I'm wrong with Sludge. I seem like I'm wrong with Sludge, so maybe you're alright with that. We will find out during this video anyway. My opinion about a Pokemon that I've never played before might not be always correct. We see the Weather Ball coming through, not going to knock you out. They have to throw another one, and letting this move go through is definitely the right way to go. You kind of want to get the shield advantage, of course, for your Swampert. And like this, you're also going to get a ton of energy with your Skarmory, as you are not forced to throw any charge move here, which is a really good play. We see the Deoxys coming through. You're going to shield this move up, which is a smart one as well. Thunderbolt coming through. And you're going to go straight for the Sky Attack. I would have most likely went for the Brave Bird and then swapped out, but you're going to go for the Sky Attack and then swap out. Never mind, I guess it's also going to put them into Hydro Cannon range, so I guess it's a decent play. It's going to be a Psycho Boost. Overfarmed a little bit too much. Okay, it's going to be a Thunderbolt for whatever reason. You could have farmed up way more energy here. Don't really know if this was the play to go, especially as you don't know what's going to be in the back other than the Bomber Snow. So if this is a loss, definitely you could have improved there a little bit, and it's going to be their own Swampert in the back. You're going to be able to win CMP here, which is really, really decent for you. The IV spread is really good for the Swampert, as you're going to win against most people the CMP while still having a lot of bulk. That's some kind of set that I also kind of want to run eventually, but here we're going to see now that you can go ahead and go for one Sky Attack, and I think because the opponent... Okay, no. They should knock you out here. I'm pretty sure if you played it a little bit better, you would have been able to win this game here. So there's definitely some potential that you can have there in order to play the matchup out a little bit better with the Skarmory as well, with the Swampert especially at the end there. The shield was not really necessary to invest there because you could have just went up a little bit, like you could have thrown the charge move a little bit earlier. Stuff like this is something that you can definitely improve on. As you're going to see here, the opponent coming in with a 1-up Stagoon. You can go ahead and go into your... I guess like you could have stopped into your Swampert as well, which would have been a little bit better. I don't know how much Surf going to do here. You're going to have a little bit more knowledge with this Pokemon. Let's take a look at this. It's going to get shielded, so we will not ever find out. But the opponent will be able to farm you down. But I think this was a CMP tie there, forcing the next shield from the opponent. You have to let this move go through, which you're going to do as well. And you're going to have to go into your own Swampert. They're going to... Or you can go also into your Skarmory, I guess. I guess you're going to go onto your own Swampert, I guess. No, you're going into your Skarmory. Trying to take the move, I guess, and then swap out. They definitely have some extra energy here as well. Night Slash coming through. You're going to stay in still. You can still go for the Sky Attack and knock them out. Now it's a 2-shield scenario for your Swampert. Let's see if this is going to be a good one. We're going to see the Dunsparce coming in. There's going to be definitely a good one. Dunsparce would survive on Earthquake, I think, but they will not be able to survive to Hydro Cannon, so that's going to be definitely the way to go here. You're going to go for the Hydro Cannon here as well right now. You might want to throw immediately here because you... Okay, you don't... because, yeah, exactly, the opponent would have got to a charge move here. Not really the biggest issue, though, because you're going to have now some extra energy for the opponent's Noctowl, so... That play definitely worked out pretty well for you, as the opponent going to forfeit you already. As you can see down there on the right corner, the crest updated, so that means that they forfeited. Very decent lead for you here. This is the Pokemon that you don't want to face at all with your backline, so that's very good to see it in the lead, especially as they're going to stay in here and you will be able to go ahead and get some damage on them with the Sky Attack. They might have a Grass type still in the back though, which can be a little bit of an issue, but who knows. We see the Weather Ball coming through here, not going to do too much damage. Fast move of the opponent is resisted, but they're still going to be able to win the zero shield scenario, but they're going to go for the Hurricane for whatever reason. I have literally zero idea why they did this. We're going to see the move Sky Attack coming through here. I think the Brave Bird would have been the better play because he definitely found a range for basically any Pokemon in this meta. Sludge going to do some pretty decent damage, so I guess it's an okay play there, but definitely the Brave Bird would have been a little bit better there, even though the opponent shielded up anyway. We're going to see the Weather Ball coming through, doing around half of your health. You can shield this move up and you will be able to reach the next charge move in time. I'm pretty sure that zero energy at this point of time. You're going to go straight for the charge move. No real issues with that, as you're going to be able to get the knockout against the opponent, and we will see another Dunsparce in the back. What's wrong with all the Dunsparce today? You could shield this move up. You're gonna shield this move up. Definitely not the ideal timing for your charge move there. You will be able to go for your own Surf, and you can go for another one to put them into range for one Hydro Cannon, which is going to basically seal the deal already here, as the opponent is forced to throw. You could even catch here, but the opponent going to throw it perfectly in time. You still should be able to win this game, as you can take one to run with your Swampert, and there is not a lot that the opponent can do about this. So just go into your Swampert, go for one Hydro Cannon. There is not even... You're actually going to swap onto this Pokemon here, which is, I think, completely unnecessary. But you're still going to be fine here, as the opponent doesn't really have any play anymore. You will be able to knock them out, and it's going to be a very good game. Yeah, definitely something that you can always kind of improve on as well. You're going to see a very decent lead for you because your backline is very decent against it, not because your lead is good against it. You're going to get out the victory bell. You don't even get to a charge move. This is so sad to see, but you will be able to at least go ahead and farm them all the way down with your Skarmory. That is a wild. You have to let this move go through, but still, it's so funny. They're going to Sludge Bomb you. They're just going to be MU straight away. This is not looking good here right now, unless they're going to have something insanely weak to Swampert in the back. I will not see any way of you winning this. You can just overfarm though here. You're going to shield this move up. I guess it does make sense. You might want to go up even to 2, but they're going to have... Yeah. There's no way. There's no way you can win this. Especially as people usually run a Power Punch on this Pokemon at this point of time. There might be a Power Punch coming through here. You're going to let this move go through. It's going to be the Ice Punch. It doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing that you can do about this one. That's kind of unfortunate, but... Honestly, the victory bell is still killing me. Like, literally, you have the fastest charge and fast moves here already in the game, and you still don't get to a charge move with this Pokemon, which is a wild. Yeah, the opponent going to stay in, which is an interesting play. They usually would swap out here, I feel like, and they're going to swap out now into their Skarmory. This is actually very good for you, because even if they farm you down here, you still have your own Skarmory in the back. Your own Skarmory will not really care too much about the damage that the opponent is going to do here against you. And you're even going to be able to get a shield advantage here, most likely, which is going to be amazing. So yeah, you're going to get the shield here. They're going to farm you all the way down. You don't really care too much about this. They can go for the Brave Bird if they want to. Your own Skarmory, you're going to be totally fine now. And it seems like they don't have a hard answer against water and ground type Pokemon if they go into their own Skarmory, which means your Swampert should have a great time here. Let's take a look. We're going to see the Sableye coming through. This is not the best answer for the Swampert. Let's see how much damage this Charge Move going to do against the opponent. Going to do around 60% of the health, as you can just chunk away at their health with your fast moves as well. I think you can just farm them all the way down at this point, right? I think you just double shield and farm them all the way. I think that's the way to go for you, as the opponent most likely going to be able to reach another charge move. I think you just farm down and go for the Earthquake. One Hydro Cannon was enough to put them into farm down range. The Earthquake is going to be so delicious here, as you're going to see these Lantern going to go down with ease with this Earthquake. A good game there. Like, next opponent, we're going to see the very good lead for you actually. Noctowl going to be decent for you. Sad thing about this Pokemon again though, it's just going to still do a lot of damage against you. The issue is just that Shadow Ball is still going to chunk you quite a bit. They have the better fast moves, so they're going to outspeed you most likely as well. And you see how much damage they do. It's just wild. They can go for another charge move here as well. You're most likely going to let this move go through. It's just going to be a Sky Attack at least, but you see you're at red health. You have a clear typed advantage here, but you're still in red health, and the opponent going to even shield this move up. Very smart decision to swap out here. Very, very well played here, as this will allow you to go for one Surf to knock out the opponent. Very great decision making here, as we're going to see the Registeely coming in. I expect to see 2 Steel types in the back at this point of time. But we will see here that you can just go ahead and go for the serves. You can take, no, you cannot take a focus burst for sure not, but it's definitely the better play to do this here, because the Hydro Cannon is just a serve on steroids, because you see here it's going to do way more damage against the opponent. You put them into a range where you can definitely go for it. You could have overfarmed here quite more. Definitely could go for 2 more fast moves. As you can see here, the opponent just came there to the charge move after 2 more, so at least like 1 would have been definitely a safe bet for you. As you can go still to another charge move here for the Swampert, the Hydro Cannon coming through, going to knock out the opponent, and as expected, there is a stun physic in the back. This was not really a difficult read here. This is the issue with Skarmory. Honestly, this is the way, like the main reason why I don't like this Pokemon. If you have a 1-turn fast move against you, you're screwed. For whatever reason, this Pokemon is so frail against those Pokemon. As you see here, the Dragonair, you had less health than the opponent there as well already, and it's just not really a great matchup for you, right? You can at least farm them down here. You're going to let this move go through, which you can take, I think, by like 1 HP. Okay, yeah, a little bit more. A few more HP, because it wasn't the Body Slam. Body Slam does a little bit more damage than Awkward Tail. Not a lot of people know about this, so like sometimes I just see people throwing exactly the wrong charge move there, but Body Slam is usually the way to go. We see the Medicham coming in here, which will definitely be appreciated later on, because I still have the energy here, and of course this Bastion doesn't really have the best matchup against you. I guess you're just gonna go to 100 energy and go straight Earthquake. That's at least the play that I would go for. You're gonna go for the Hydro Cannon. This does not knock them out quite yet, but you can get them into farm down range, which I guess is also working out pretty well. Even worked out a little bit better, as you're now going to still have 100 energy. I was scared that they would get to another charge move. Like going for Earthquake would have been a little bit the safer play, but this was really well played here so far. And you're going to be able to knock them out with your Skarmory. Go for the Brave Bird. Oh, sad. Still fine. It's going to be easy a win. And yeah, this is going to be it for this game as well. Also, if you're interested in coaching, by the way, I have a link in the description for that one as well. If you want to have some coaching, if you're like kind of stuck in Go Battle League or whatever, I can maybe help you out. As yeah, at least the students that I had so far definitely like that one. We're going to see here a very spicy Pokemon where Sludge actually helped out quite a bit. So I kind of have to say Sludge kind of worked out better than I expected it would do. There were like only a few scenarios where Mudbomb would have been better. So I guess Sludge is the way to go. So I can correct myself from the statement I did earlier, because Sludge is usually a bad move and Mudbomb is definitely usually the better move to go for. Here we're going to see the... Okay, that's going to be an interesting matchup. We're going to see the Skarmory against the Swampert. If you didn't know, this matchup is way better for the Shadow Swampert compared to the normal Swampert, because you see already the damage that you did there against the opponent's Skarmory. If you are a normal one, you wouldn't be able to two-shot them with the Hydro Cannons, but like as a Shadow one, you're easily able to do that. And I see also by the damage that the Skarmory took here is that the Skarmory from the opponent doesn't have the best IVs either. Like they took way more damage than they're supposed to. Here you can just safely shield this move up. It's going to be a Rock Slide for sure, but you will be able to outspeed them to the Earthquake anyway, and this is going to be easily a one-shot against the opponents. What's called Galarian Stunfisk there, and you're going to be able to win this game. Final battle for today's video, we're going to encounter a Politoed against you, even a Shadow Politoed here. Not a Mudboi like our backline there, but still going to be a very good frog here, as you're going to be able to go for one Sky Attack, as they swapped into a Sudowoodo. I didn't even see that one. Sudowoodo does some decent damage with the fast move, which is counter, so it can be a little bit scary, but they're going to let the move go through anyway. Very spicy team by the opponent so far, but you don't always have to try hard that much, I guess, in the Go Battle League. We're going to see the Obama coming in. Here would have been definitely the other boy a little bit better. Your, yeah, Marshtomp with Sludge definitely would have been a little bit better here, but you can go ahead and go for another Hydro Cannon in order to get the shield advantage here, which is pretty damn decent, as you can just let the move go through. Going to be the Weather Ball, going to do a lot of damage, but they're going to actually let this, like, undercharge this one here, as you're going to get some extra damage with your own Skarmory. They're going to swap out into their Politoed. You still now have to deal with the Abomasnow, so I'm not really the biggest fan of that swap there, especially as you're going to have to shield this move up now. Going to be still a little bit of a trickier one. Here you should have definitely went for one more fast move, because it just gave the opponent one extra turn that they didn't need to get. But I guess you're just going to let this move go through here. You're going to go into your Marshtomp now, which is the right decision making here. And this Marshtomp will be able to overfarm a little bit. I wouldn't throw immediately, and then you can just go ahead and go for a Sludge against the Abomasnow as well. They're going to go for the charge move here, just shield this move up. The opponent's Politoed will not be able to knock you out. There's going to be an energy ball. You can overfarm a little bit. You can even farm them all the way down if you wanted to. But the Sludge now going to be able to knock out the opponent. And that's going to be it for the video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave leave a like on it. Otherwise, on the end card, you're going to see the top teams for the Great Teak on the right side, and on the left side, some gameplay with Swallow. So, hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.